Hello there and welcome to the channel. And in today's lesson I'm going to show you guys how to rotate our triangle. So I'm going to show you how to do rotation matrices. So yeah, let's get started. So I saved the code from the previous tutorial, so I'm just gonna copy and paste it here so I can start working. Right, so I'm gonna create my index.html file, my script as well, script.js. Then I'm just gonna copy my code. Okay. Okay. And if I run this, we should see our previous DVD animation that we made in the previous tutorial. There we go. We have our animation whereby we are translating our object along the X and Y. So now I'm going to show you guys the rotation, right? So rotation is a bit different from this. And yeah, so I'm going to show you guys how to rotate. So there's two ways to do rotation, right? So it's either we declare our rotation calculations inside of the vertex shader, or we use a matrix and we multiply that matrix to the vertex shader. So I prefer to multiply the matrix because it's simpler and easier. It's the simplest method. So I'm going to show you how to do the matrix one. So first I'm going to delete this, right? And I'm also gonna I'll come back to that. So I'm gonna do, let me switch on the Wi-Fi. Alright, so I'm gonna come here. I want to change this to a mat4, right? So this means that it's a uniform 4x4 matrix. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say shift times our position, right? Cool. And then I'm gonna come here under the draw function, right? And I'm gonna create a function called rotation, called along the X. I call it rot X for rotation along the X. And inside the function I'm gonna declare my my cos and sine. So I'm gonna let cos be equal to mat dot sine, and then we're gonna take in a parameter which is theta. So I forgot to also write here, we're taking a parameter called theta being the angle, right? No, it is supposed to be cos because it's C. Yes, cool. And then I'm gonna let S be equal to math dot sine, right? And then I'm gonna take in a parameter called theta as well. And then after that I'm gonna return our matrix. So our matrix is an array. So you need to understand something. In programming in general, matrices are represented as arrays. So if they ask you for a matrix, just know that you need to represent that as an array, right? So I'm gonna write the array. So the array is not something that I just came up with. It's like how we get to the array, like the values inside. Let me write the values so that you guys can see, right? So for x it's gonna be 0 0 0, right? Cool. And then it's gonna be 0, and then it's gonna be C, then it's gonna be minus s 0 and then 0, then it's gonna be s, then it's gonna be c 0, then this one is gonna be 0 0 1. So these values, I didn't come up with them. So how you get these values is you need to go to the Cartesian plane and do a bunch of maths whereby you're gonna derive formulas for these things. So I already created the document for you guys. So let me show you guys the document that I'm talking about. So this is the document that I'm talking about. Sorry. So this document, it consists of some of the formulas that I'm using here, right? As you can see, this is it's different ways. So you have the vertex shader code for the X rotation, as well as its matrix array code, which is what I wrote here, right? This is for the matrix array code. And then you have the same thing for Y rotation, the vertex shader code and its matrix array. For Z, the same thing, the vertex shader code and its matrix array code, right? So all these, it's just so these values, you get them by doing a lot of bunch of math. So basically how they got to this one, it all starts from the ones in the vertex shader. So if you look at the vertex shader, these are the formulas, right? You get these formulas by deriving from the Cartesian plane your object. When you're saying that you're rotating your object in the Cartesian plane, then you're gonna calculate, do some math, some derivation, then you're gonna end up with these formulas. And then from these formulas, you then now formulate these matrices. The difference between these formulas and the matrices are literally the same. They do the same thing. So this is going to rotate along X, as well as this matrix is going to allow us to rotate along the X. But this one is a bit more complicated because, as you can see, it's like you're doing the calculation manually, whereas when you just pass in an array, that like the matrix array that you just multiply to the vertex shader, it just makes things easier because, you know, now the GPU will be a lot faster at calculating this and rendering our object. So I'm going to share this document in a link in the description of the video so that you guys can get these formulas. Okay, cool. So back to the code. This is for the matrix array, right? So we have our array. Cool. So I'm just going to delete all this. I'm gonna delete all that, and then inside here I'm also gonna delete all of this. We don't need that. Cool. And then I'm just gonna come here. I'm gonna declare a function, not a function, I mean a variable, and I'm gonna call it my X matrix. So this is the matrix that we just created. So the function here, it creates the matrix. It's the matrix. And then here we're just using it as, and then here we're just declaring a variable so that you know, it can be easier to perform calculation inside of the JavaScript code, right? So we have that as the X, right? And then we need to create theta. Also, we need to create theta, right? So we need to create theta as in where our object is going to start, like the angle. So let's just say 1 for now. Then I'm going to come here, right? So we're going to delete all this, X and what, and then now because we're using a uniform mat form, it won't be uniform 2F. It's going to be uniform matrix 4VF, right? Because we are passing in a 4x4 matrix. So basically this line of code, we are linking the matrix that we just created to the vertex shader so that it can multiply here and rotate our object. And then what is the name of that matrix? It's X matrix. Cool. Delete that. Now we need to come in our draw function and we need to we need to increment theta. So what we're essentially doing now, we are rotating our object. So we are increasing the angle. So as we increase the angle of our object, we are rotating it. But then now we're just increasing the angle, right? Now this is incomplete. After this, we have to update our the X matrix variable. So we have to come here and we have to say X matrix is equal to rotation at theta. So the theta that we're passing into this matrix now, the updated matrix, it's this theta that is constantly changing. So what's gonna happen is we're changing theta, we're increasing the angle, and as we're increasing the angle, we are feeding the angle into our rotation matrix, right? So what it's gonna do is it's gonna rotate our object based on how fast our angle increases, right? So as our angle increases, our rotation is also gonna update. And then if I run this, we should see our object rotating now along the x-axis. Okay, nothing is showing. Where did we go wrong? Let's go back. Okay, maybe I missed this step. X rotation, this, that. This should work fine because we have a variable X rotation, we're incrementing. Let's see. What's the problem? Oh, I forgot a crucial step. We're supposed to say false here. And then we pass in our matrix. So now it should rotate along the x-axis. There we go. Now we have our object rotating. Rotating along the x-axis. And if we wanted to rotate it along the y, all we have to do, we just have to create a function for y. I'll create another one. Okay, and I'm just gonna change this and let's say y. I want to change this and I'm gonna say z, and then in y I'm gonna pass in the values for y. So this is 0, this is c minus s, yes, minus s, this is 0, this is 1, yeah, this one is okay. That's for y. And then for z, this is 0, this is c, this is minus s, this is c, this is s, and then this is 1, then here it's 0. Cool. Control save. And then if we want to rotate along the y-axis, all we have to do is just come here and then we're just going to change, instead of x we have y, and then here also come here and change this, it's going to be y. Control S, and nothing is showing. That's the problem. X matrix theta y. Oh, I think it's because I have to comment these other functions out. So let me try commenting this one out. Okay, because maybe it's because you can't have unused functions at the same time in JavaScript. Control S. Nothing's showing still. Why is it not doing? Gosh, I don't. Oh, I think I see the problem now. I think it's the calculation for the y. So it's, y is supposed to be 0 here. Yeah, sorry, it's my mistake. You guys should go and confirm with the formula. So C is there, and then here it's S, and then y is gonna be 0 here. If I control and save this, there we go. Now our object is rotating along the y-axis. Similarly with for z rotation, so if we want to rotate along the z-axis, just come here, and then I'm just gonna change this. I'm just gonna say z, and I'm also gonna come here. I'm gonna say z. It's not showing. Maybe that would mean that the calculation is also wrong. Oh, yeah, it is wrong. So it's C here, and then it's minus S 0, and then it's S, and then it's C, and then it's 0 here. It's 0, and then if I save this, there we go. Our object is now rotating along the Z. So yeah, that's how you can rotate your object along the X, the Y, and the Z, right? So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.